Hi, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. I am so pleased to do the first of what will be a few Christmas journals. So this is an antique book that I turned into a Christmas journal, and I chose this one because of the green. And it was actually called the Handbook of Nature Study. It had a big spider web on it, so it wasn't the best cover to use otherwise, but I used this vintage Christmas wrapping paper, which I acquired 2 rolls of, and I love it. I love it so much. And I put this beautiful vintage crochet down the sides. I have this lovely vintage removable brooch here that I got at a church bazaar. Put some matching vintage beads on here from the necklaces I've been collecting. And this postcard is the pièce de résistance. So isn't that lovely? It's embossed. I don't know if you can see that. And it's got the gold foil in it. And then on the back here, it is sent on December 25th, 1913. They sent them the same day and received them the same day back in the day. So I love it. I hope you do too. Let's have a look inside. The original first page here, it was gifted to Anna from Tara in 1927, although I'm wondering if this here was a later date because it is red ink, and they didn't have a lot of red ink back in 1927. Teachers did, not many others. So there's the original first page of the book here, which is from 1925. And then every single piece in here is authentic antique and vintage ephemera, but not only that, it is Christmas themed. It took me a long time to collect enough to do as many Christmas journals as I can do, but I'm ready now, so I'm very excited. This is vintage flip chart paper, a different kind of the vintage wrapping paper. You can see the beautiful aging on the back of that. Here's a little Christmas cartoon from a magazine from the 50s. And look at these Christmas cookies, December 1959. This is from an antique book here, Home for Christmas. And I picked this Pearl Shop receipt because it was red and it had the number 25 for December 25th. And speaking of December 25th, I chose one of these 1950s bingo cards because it has a 12 and a 25 on it. So also December 25. Any excuse to use a bingo card, but that is perfect, right? Look at the lovely children's book images here. This is a vintage botanical page with lots of Christmas tree types of branches on here. Cedars, pine. Here's another little children's book page. This is the flip side of that wonderful 1950s article here. And this is from 1972, so it is 52 years old. So it is vintage. A color photograph, which is pretty cool. The Christmas tree there, family Christmas tree, another children's book Christmas page here. And this came from a 1950s Life magazine, and it is a subscription to subscribe, a mailing coupon to subscribe. Look at this, $6.75 for a year. Isn't that hilarious? It would not cost that now. And lots of fun. Look at this wonderful buying Christmas presents. So there's just so much in here, and I have to go fast because I don't want the video to be too long. But everything in here is just so fun. So if you're looking for a Christmas journal and you want it to have real, true memories, not just digitals and photocopies and store-bought things, then this might be for you. Look at this fun little piece here. Again, from this one's a 1940s magazine, I believe, and it's Christmas time, anytime. Buy towels for gifts. And this here is a wonderful, it's very brittle, but it's lasting. Look, on one side, it's got these wonderful office equipment pieces. Look at that. And on the other side, it's sleighs. And I thought Christmas sleighs, that was perfect. I have some Chantilly lace down here just because it's so beautiful. And white for Christmas. Speaking of white, here is a vintage bird book page, and it's got the great gray owl, which almost looks like a snow owl, but I thought that was so pretty. More, look at the tape on here. People really wanted to keep their books in shape. It's also from a school book here. And then this is another really fun magazine page here, also from the 1950s, and just really great advertisements here, and another Santa ad here. truly, truly fun. And then I have this gorgeous 1904 Career Knives plate color, and Winter in the Country. That's a very famous one, and I'm really pleased that it made its way into the book here. Here's another plate here, but before we get to that, another children's page here, and this lovely little poem here, a Christmas poem from a vintage book down there, and then this plate here, which I love. Look at them skiing down the hill. That's from the 50s. This is really fun little piece of crochet here. I took that off of an old doily. And then back here is a couple of things. This is two little kids doing a letter to Santa from the 1920s. And then this here, look at, I wish I had the rest of this, but that is the top of the ad there. But this was ripped when I received the magazine. Many pages were ripped, but I was able to save that. Remember these bows? I just love them. It makes me so happy to remember these things. I'll tuck those in their pockets later. And another wonderful magazine page, but look at this one. Look at that beautiful story there, and these wonderful images of the children with the nativity scene. Oh my goodness, I have a visitor. Hold on. Oh, she won't stop pawing at me. Lacey says hello. You can sit up here, Lacey. There we go. And this is a Christmas recipe here. Snowball cookies and candies. I just hand stamped a St. Nicholas up here. Look at these. I don't know if they're appetizing, but 50 years ago they would have been, I think. And that makes for a fun recipe page. More cookies here, more children's Christmas pages here. They're going shopping. This is vintage. I don't know when from. The owner said they thought it was from the 70s. So that's kind of cute. Vintage Christmas stamp here. And yes, so you see another wonderful page here from 1959. It's got the Christmas song on one side, and then this fantastic article on crafts that you can make at Christmas on the other. This is beautiful. I love it so much. I love all the color. It's really fun. More vintage wrapping paper, holiday entertaining, Yuletide customs. Made a pocket out of this one here, and up here's an antique book page. And then we have here, this came from the the 1800s, I believe. So on one side it's got the nativity scene, and on the other it's got some space for journaling. Christmas fun. Look at this fun children's book page. Isn't that lovely? That's so sweet. Again and again here, Christmas reads. This would have been a teacher's book here. And then we have this wonderful things that you can put on your door article from a magazine. Is that neat? And I've just got that paper clipped here. And more Christmas hat. This is a Christmas table, vintage school paper. Just wonderful. Look at those. Oh my gosh, putting up their stockings. A vintage music sheet there, Silent Night. Trims for Christmas. And then great advertisements for Christmas. New Year's Day, that's from the 1920s. This is from the 1960s here. It's a 60-year-old book. And then this is a wonderful plate from the 1800s that says December. Can you see that there? How beautiful that is there. This beautiful scene. I love it. Another fold out here. Another wonderful page here from the 1920s. Sorry, 30s, 1930s. And then a 1959 magazine here with more holiday entertaining a cranberry bowl, which looks to be inside of a grapefruit. Oh, the 50s. This is another wonderful magazine page here. Look at that. Wonderful little poems. Gnomes before they were popular. And then I've made this pocket out of some old lace. This is a page out of a very, very about 120-year-old postcard book. And this is what you would have put your postcards in. I'll be very gentle. So this came from about the 60s. And then over here, this one is so beautiful. Look at this one. It's really, these have value. I kid you not. This one is from 1910. There we go there. You can see the copyright down here. So you're getting a real treat here. Sorry, I'll just leave that there for now. And then I made a pocket back here, and it's got a Christmas poem on one side, antique paper on the other, and then a Christmas handmade journaling tag in here. So a lot going on this page, that's for sure. Right, Lacey? And that brings us to the end of the book. So that's going on Etsy now. I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. And come back soon. Bye for now.